All right. How's everyone doing? How is everyone doing? Let me just make a little announcement that I'm live. All right. Let's get going. Let's get going. Actually, okay, yeah. Let's do this. Let's do this. We were in the middle of updating our to-dos. Let's see. I believe we were still in the middle of updating this function to be better. Okay, so interesting thing here. Oh, this is actually what we were looking at. Can we do this, right? Okay, so can we do this? Can we do this? Can we give a mutable reference here? Wait, why is it error return? Oh, no such call. Oh, that's right. We were. Whether at completion. Okay. Oh, this is the problem. This is the problem. I found it. This is the problem. Oh, one thing, I don't have the way to monitor the stream. Let me fix that really quickly. Okay. Done. Okay. We need to actually pass it the right place for the migrations. I actually kind of think the migrations should be where I thought that they were. We might move them there. So it's source. Okay, yeah. Do they want us to pass it in like this? Like with the S? They probably do. Yeah, probably. So we'll do the full like this. I don't actually think it was applied. Because I never actually passed where the file was, right? Can I just do like a force? I don't see a force option. Let me just try it. Let's see if maybe it's in maybe it's in here. All right, let's do revert and then try to run again with the correct setup. Oops. Right, no migrations available to revert because it was a bad apply. I think the database is actually fine to just apply the new one. SQLX is just not doing it. What does info say? Oh, interesting. Interesting. Why does this one? I'm thinking we just, I mean, there's nothing in this database. We can just delete it. So what happened, I think, is we have this called migrations, but that doesn't actually currently hold the migrations. This currently holds the migrations, right? I don't think I think I don't know. All I know is I didn't do this the last time I ran the migration. I didn't run all of this. I ran it with the default, which makes me feel like I ran it inside of to-do, but the database doesn't exist there, right? And then it's interesting that it has a different checksum. And this one is under pending. Did we change this one? This is too long ago. Too long. I don't remember. So I think the easiest thing is just to get rid of the to-dos DB. It's not create. It's not create. It's database. I think it's database create. Yeah. I have a database URL. Oh no, I set it over here. Okay, I don't. That's why. That's why. It was correct. It was correct. Fair. I didn't set it in this one. Okay, so yeah, that sucks. I think this was a cacophony of my mistakes over a long period of time. Did the stream? Oh, the stream is fine. Stuff reloaded for me for some reason. This is not the most convenient. This is kind of in the way. Let's see if we can't get this a little bit nicer. Something like this. There. All right. I don't even need my. Okay. Let's get back into this then. Then we can go ahead and run the migrations, right? Let's see. Then we have a bunch of pending migrations, which should work or look good. And then let's go and check here. All of this should be failing, right? Because we blew those out of the water. They don't exist anymore. We'll just jump into here. We're in here. We gotta jump into here. And then we'll deal with my mutable reference later. I think that's maybe not great, a mutable reference. Methinks. So maybe we'll do something different there. Right, no such table to-dos. Perfect. So now we'll run our migrations. Let's see. We'll do migrate run. We might need to restart. Let's see. LSP restart. Let's see. Maybe if we just write this file. Do I have to restart Vim? Come on. Come on. Let's see. It's really SQLX, right, that needs to rerun or retry. I don't know. What the? I don't know what buttons I pressed. I pressed something incorrect. Obviously, we can agree on that. Let's see. Cool. All right. Now it's upset about this. Mismatch type. Expected the struct of this. Found a mutable reference. To declare a mutable variable, use right. I wanted a reference. I'm not even sure if this is legal, to be honest. This sounds super sketchy. But I would prefer not to make a new... It's a connection pool. So we could either... If we do this, we can do this, right? Or not this. One second. Not this. We can do this, right? But it's not liking this for some reason. This expression type. It does not. It does not like me. Let me look up let's look up I don't know that I've ever made a mutable reference like this. I don't want your AI. I have obviously looked it up. Right, no, I am doing everything. Okay, so interesting. What does this one, like, what does this function take? Execute query, let's see. So it takes an executor of type E, and E is a database. Okay, fair. Fair. Of lifetime E. Fantastic. Okay. Following other implement SQL executor. So, okay, the trait bound connection pool is not satisfied. The following other types implement the trait executor. So this is why I was taking a reference, or I was doing this, right? Because this is telling me that basically an SQLite connection or any connection implements the executor. Good morning, Future Highway. How are you doing? I want to talk over the terminal-based MMO with you guys later today. I have some ideas and I want to see what you guys would be more interested in playing. Yeah. See what you guys are more interested in playing. There's like 2 styles that I think could be fun. We have to just pick which one we want to do. All right, let's see. The following, so this is why, but is this the correct? Maybe more what I need to do is go to, I don't think that they're examples. Their examples are pretty, Wait. So they're just passing a reference to the SQL pool. One second. Oh, wait. And they're acquiring... Wait. What is this? So here's the connection. Am I passing... Oh, very cool. I should be doing this in here, and I shouldn't be reusing it. Like, the whole problem is I'm reusing a connection. This is garbage. I've just made this dumb. Okay, that solves my problem. I was gonna say, this just feels wrong, like what I'm trying to do. This feels right. The people that made the library know what they're doing. Okay, so I think my problem stems from, let's see, not here. Well, we've got to come back but like, instead of passing the connection pool, I need to pass the pool, the SQLite pool, instead of the connection, which doesn't, like, we could pass the connection, but what we should do then is make a new connection before calling get to do, right? Like, that's the whole thing here. Because, like, this is fine. Yeah, and yeah, this is kind of a weird error. Like, once you kind of understand it, it's fine. But what I want to do is I don't want to. Yeah. Anyways, I don't want to do this here. I want to do an SQLite pool. Yeah, pool. And this doesn't need to be mutable then. And this can be cool. Fantastic. Oh, and of course we need to make this a reference here. Beautiful. And then we can do just an acquire here. Let's make this SQL pool. And then we'll let this. Yeah, beautiful. And now this works. Well, this does not work. Whoa, why did it jump me up there? I want to see what you're upset about. Something here. Could not find, yeah, we need to import this. Import it, please. Thank you. Now this will work. Beautiful. Russell, terminal-based MMO where every arena is just a source code file from GitHub of some random repo. Interesting. How would we represent the file? And how would we, like, navigate? Would we, like, do, like, Vim Lite? I was already thinking that the text-based MMO would be based off of basic Vim commands, right? So there's two styles. What you're Oh, I like that, Russell. Okay. We can play with that idea. I like that idea. And we can definitely play with adding that. So the two like different ways that I was thinking about here, the two different ways that I was thinking about a text-based MMO, is there's like two base styles of game. The first is not what you classically think of an MMO, but it's the old tick-based servers. And they weren't called servers back then. Back then they were called like bulletin boards. Something like this. I don't know how to spell bulletin. Oh well. We'll just say a tick-based server. Almost didn't spell server. It's fantastic. As soon as you misspell one thing and you get flustered over it, like your ability to spell drops. It just plummets right out of the air. Trust me, I know. Trust me. I know this from experience. I hate it when my boss asks me to, hey, Merrick, could you take notes? I can take notes. Do you want me to share my screen? Yeah, of course. We want to watch you take notes. Oh, perfect. Thank you. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to just live type these notes in front of you. It's my dream. Tick-based server. And so that's more like every hour the server ticks and those things happen. I have an idea of making that a little bit less ticky, but the other way would be more like your classic MMO. And I was thinking that like basically every room that you move to, I say room, but like every area basically has like actions you can take, plus different places you can go. You can go up, you can go east, west, or south. And then maybe if you went south, you know, this in this location in the map, you can only go east, north, and west, right? And so we build like a little, it wouldn't be a map. Like I wasn't gonna do like ANSI art into the terminal. I was thinking that like each one here would have like a list of things that you could do, as well as like there would be chat here. So anybody that was in this area you could chat with. So there'd be like chat. There would be the different places you could go, maybe like stacked up here. Yeah, some like compass rose thing here. And then there'd be like actions you can take. Actions like, I don't know if you could chop trees or something there. And then, you know, you'd always be able to like open your inventory, which would be its own screen. And this would allow you to move around. And this would allow you to go to like the arena where we're battling some source code, which, so I'm thinking people are thinking this. I was trying to make, or think of a way to make movement fun and easy. Because like in a text, how do you move around a map, right? With a text-based one. And like we could go crazy extreme and do where like we render ANSI art and you like walk around. I wasn't thinking about going crazy extreme. Marion, they can't spell bullet. Proof I'm Canadian. I just also can't spell Canadian or American. It's quite up there with oh. This is what I was thinking. Like, this would be just Vim style. And I'm not sure. I actually feel like we should just get in there and like as we get in there, we like experiment some with like what feels right. Because like, how do you start typing? I was thinking that would be like going into edit mode would let you type in chat, right? Like if you just do, your standard edit mode where, you're going from here and you just hit I just takes you over to chat, right? And escape is going to take you into basically just this and actions. I feel like actions should be done in escape mode, which navigation should be in action mode, right? It's kind of what I was thinking. It doesn't make the game the most approachable, I realize, to like everyone, but I feel like it's just like you should only need to know a very few things, and then everything else will be listed out here for you. So like it should be like hopefully approachable enough. I don't know what loot. It doesn't. I was gonna say that's not an actual thing. Oh, we could have like commands. Oh, I see. I actually like that. Where you could like, yeah. Okay. That's actually not bad. Okay, I like it. And maybe that's just like if you do colon, yeah, that goes into. I like it. Okay. I enjoy that. Okay. And then, yeah, we can definitely like build an arena. This is going to be the arena. Source code arena. It'd be cool to have like daily challenges for defeating the arena. Like you get like rewards for the arena. That sounds like a lot of work. Maybe monthly rewards. Maybe monthly rewards for like 85% completion or 100% completion. Not. All right. So this now we need to do an acquire. Cool. Done. We just got to do this on all of these. The 100% completion, it tells you what file you just beat. Okay. And you get like we could make like the game around we could make it kind of like dystopian future. I'm thinking kind of like a little bit like RuneScape, right? It doesn't have to be like RuneScape, but I'm just talking about like you go around and you collect materials and you can like create materials and whatnot. But like, what if you collect source code and you're able to like build new stuff out of new source code, right? Like that could be cool. And defeating the arena gives you pieces of source code. We can work on it. This already sounds like a 5-year project. Yeah, this sounds more complicated than it was meant to be. I think that it will probably be a very long project, but I think like we can do like some very small manageable pieces. This is not at all what I needed. Thank you very much. This is what I wanted. Thank you. I think that like the idea will be to make a very small, manageable piece. So the first piece will just be chat. We'll have chat, and then we'll make 2 rooms. You know, that we can go up and down between the 2 rooms. You know. I think it would be cool. I've never made a highly performant game engine. But honestly, for this one, it's more like the network calls. It's not really the front end game engine. It's actually like the net code in the back end. I'm probably going to do a terrible job with it, but it sounds fun and like a learning experience. Like V1 won't be so great. And the only thing I'm saying from that is it could be possibly something that people use for netcode, not in a terminal-based thing if they wanted to. Like to handle some of those things. Could be. Not V1. V1 will be super dented. Oh, not there. Thank you. What would be? This has been SQL pool, yeah. I thought that it would be fun. I want to do some fun things on Twitch, and I thought Wordle was kind of actually fun. It took longer than it should have, but I thought Wordle was kind of fun. And it's one of those things like you can make progress on without like making a lot of plans for. Like a lot of the other stuff, like the more educational stuff, requires a lot of planning, and I just can't like bust it out every single week or whatnot. So it seemed like a fun project that you could always have as like, if we have nothing else to do, we're gonna work on this and make it better. I don't know. It sounds fun to me. I've always wanted to make another game, so. Variable does not need to be mutable. Is that true? It probably is true. Like 100. Oh wait. We need a reference though. We do need. I was not making these a reference. 100% does not need to be mutable. I was just kind of brain dead in this, but we do need a reference. Or we want a reference. I guess we don't need a reference, but we don't really want it owning it. All right, cool. Now, if we jump back here, not here. Okay. If we jump back here, this is not exactly where I want it, but it's close enough. We can get there right through this. If we jump back here, instead of all of this, like we don't do this. This is a to-do state, which a to-do state is just a state of SQL light pool. All right, so here, when we do this, instead of doing this acquire here, we can just do this right here, right? Okay, yeah, this is my bad. Done. Okay, yeah, this is way better. It does seem maybe a little bit huge in scope. I agree. Is there a simpler game that we could do on the way to that would like use the same engine? That would be, so maybe the first thing we need to do is, can we make a simpler game that does the the same thing. Or I mean, like, that uses the same backend netcode engine. That would be maybe a good first step. Obviously, we can always like we can always just do little pieces, but sometimes little pieces aren't nearly as fun. Like, oh look, I can move between rooms, woohoo! Although, everyone needs to be in the same room. Yeah, I was gonna say moving between two rooms seems like a nightmare because like I've got to keep this in a back end, right? And I don't know how game servers do that. I assume they keep that in the database for like reconnection issues. Because this is gonna have like a back end server that's, and then obviously like the front end client. And so like where you are depends on the server. And another thing, I was planning on actually just looking up how some popular game engines do this. Like when we're talking about this netcode here, do you use WebSockets or do you do like do you just like do some messaging? Like, do you strip out HTTP? You can't strip out HTTP, right? Because it's over the web. So like, I'm assuming they do WebSockets. I was gonna say they could just do message passing, but you can't because you're over the web, right? You could, I think it would have to be a WebSocket, right? I need to go investigate and learn some. Yeah, no moving, just right. Maybe the first thing we build is just this source code arena. Like, you all get dumped into the single room and you gotta survive there. And we implement, or maybe not even the source code arena, just some dented arena, the kitty arena over here, with something really simple where you can chat. You know, you have the chat box over here. Something really, really easy where it keeps track of all the different players. So like that might be pretty easy. I say pretty easy. It will take me a year, but all right. Let's update this to be more accurate. To do DB. We'll have to come up with a mini game. We'll have to come up with some mini game for this. And honestly, that could be the full first game, is just that. You guys can connect. We can play the mini game and we can be done. And that could be like the first milestone. Some mini game that we play together using Vim key bindings. Yeah. A group minigame seems difficult. We'll figure it out. Group minigame. Okay. This is so much better. Let's jump back over here. Why is it required by bound? Oh, goodness. Something is not satisfied. Something. Oh dear. I did not mean to do that. Okay. Sometimes those error boxes get stuck on the screen. Okay. The trait weather client is not satisfied. The trait is not implemented. Oh wait, I think I know what this is. Okay. It'd make a great arena. I think it's complaining about the weather client, right? I thought I could do this, but I'm getting the inkling I cannot. This is like the final boss. The trait-bound weather client channel from RefPool SQLite. See, I think this is the problem right here. The weather client is not from this ref, right? I thought that I could do 2 with states, but maybe I can't. Maybe I can't. Let me look this up. Axiom with state. No, with, state. Let's see. So maybe I need to do this debug handler. The error is that the JSON parameter is first and the state parameter is second. In Axiom, there can only be one extractor which consumes the request body. I don't think this is our problem. But this is a good State is global and used on every request of a router with state receives. For accessing data derived from requests, such as authorization data, CX, right? We're not doing an extension, right? Like this is not passing from the request. This state data is just with everything. Like it's just an arc, right? Provide the state so the router can access it. Right. This is just giving access to stuff. Do I have to make like a single thing to hold both? Is that what I need to do? The with state, infers the router's state. Oh. I'm wondering if we need to explicitly give the type. Is that what we need to do here? Is this what we want to do? I think this is maybe like, can we, I'm not sure that we can call with state twice, right? I feel like maybe this is the problem, is like it doesn't allow two with states. Let's see. Here we go. State only allows a single state type, but you can use from ref to extract substates. All right, all right. I just want to say, everyone, that's exactly what I got out of this error. This is pretty much exactly. I actually kind of got an idea from it, because you're talking about like weather client channel from ref of pool SQLite. Like obviously it was struggling with the types here. Like it was mixing the two types. So that makes sense. Okay. So we got to do this. The application state that holds some API state. So basically all they do is they put it in. Yeah. They just make a single struct. I like, we can do this. We can do this. I will refuse. I won't call it the United State at this point. I can't help myself every single time that this comes up, where it's like, what do I name it? And it's like, it's the States United. Oh my goodness. It's too good. It's too good. All right. Yeah, I guess we'll just go with app state. That's what they go with. They just call it app state. Fair. That's probably better. Cool. We could also, like, this is something I haven't done nearly as much, but I think it would be cool for learning. I think like the from ref is actually really cool. So let's actually implement this for both of them, so that we can just make it pretty easy. So we're just going to do a from ref. Yeah, let's do this. So we'll do an impl from ref, and we're going to do it from app state for SQLite pool. Looks good. Let's do this. State db clone. We don't want to clone this, do we? We cannot find trait from ref. I'll fix that. We don't want to clone the pool, do we? Is this clonable? Is this fine to clone? They're fine to clone? Okay. I wish this would be here. Should I clone this? Should I not? And then we can just do the same thing for this weather client, right? This will be a cool thing to like show people that you can do. I honestly don't do this nearly as much as I should, probably. I learned this when I was busting out some code. Toggle joined me on stream, and he was like, "Oh, just make it a from ref," and I was like, "Oh, sure. What do you mean? Explain yourself to me, like I'm 5, please." Because I didn't even know what. Like, I had never used it. I had never used it either way. So I was just like, "Explain yourself." So yeah, it's something the whole community does, except for me. So, you know, whatever. So this should allow us to get both of these things quickly and easily. That way, when we pass state in, we're just passing one of these things. So now we need to just create a united state. Okay, app state. I'm just joking. Just joking. So let app state equal app state, boom, boom, done. And then here we do with state, app state, boom, done. Now everything is upset. The trait bound clone is not satisfied. We need to make this clonable. Why? I do believe they have that here, right? Oh, the API state is clonable. Okay. They do derive clone on all of these. Interesting. The only reason I say interesting here is why? Because isn't this like a not a singleton, but yeah, a singleton? Like, isn't it holding a single reference to these things, right? Why are they copying? Because don't they put this in a, maybe they copy it into that? Maybe that's what it is. Okay, that's fine. I thought they were going to own it into it and not copy it into it. It's fine, whatever. Do they say, okay, I don't know. I don't understand. That's what we want. Malform derive. Derive attributes are of the form hashtag derive. That's what I have. Oh, the error went away. Okay. I was like, wait. What do you mean it's malformed? I don't see anything wrong. All right. So does that fix everything down here? Yeah. Okay. So that does fix this. Now, what is a problem is all of these are a problem. All of these are problems because this is really app state. App state. We get rid of that altogether. App state. Oh, but it's not this, right? Because here, we got to wrap it like we do the to-do state, right? Right, because it's actually state of app state. So really, let's do this. Pub type app state. Ew. I regret my decisions. Let's think about this. Instead of calling this app state, can we call this like can we call this instead of app state, what do we want to call this? useful app stuff. App. App data. I'm sorry. I should have done rename too. I was thinking it was not used nearly as many places as it already has been used, but it's okay. And then this is just app state. Dodged a bullet there. We can get rid of this. Right? Yeah. If it gave ownership to the first request, it wouldn't have it to give to the second. But that's why it's in the mutex, right? Like they put it in this state, which is just a an arc mutex, right? Oh, thank you. App data, thank you very much. It is not an arc mutex, though it is common to put your state in one if fields aren't clonable. I thought it was an arc mutex. That's my bad. I honestly did believe that it was an arc mutex. Because it's sharing it between threads. How does it do it without, like... I guess if it's clonable, you could use just a mutex without the arc. Okay. I thought this put it behind a arc mutex. Not just a mutex. But that's fine. I could put it in an arc myself. But I think these are all clonable, so it doesn't matter. Okay, that's fine. They leave making the arc to yourself. Like, that's fine. That's fine. All right, so all we have to do is update these to be app state, right? Yeah. Well, as tape should have a snake case. Oh, yes, it should. It should. 100%. 100%. All right. SQLX has its own arc internally, which makes it safe. I don't understand what you mean by that. That's what I thought it was doing. But you're saying that it's passive, like... It's alright. It's alright. My poor little Saturday morning brain fog. Alright, so now we need to... Can we just... I don't know if this is actually legal. This might be illegal. Can we just... Can we... Like, obviously, we can't just pass app state. Can we just... Is it okay to just do this like this? Like, will everything get inferred? Or not like that, but can we just do I thought you'd do like from ref. Obviously not. I could make them out here. If I did this though, then honestly, I could just, I don't even need the from refs though, but the from refs should make this easier, right? Right. How do they use them here? Oh, they don't. That's fine. They assume that I'm not dented. Not good on their part. We will need to get to using library extractors, which, yeah. Oh, so they are saying if it's mutable, you need to share it in an arc, which makes sense. Understanding how I understand it now. Okay. It's funny, you put it in your own arc mutex, even though it's in one internally. But I guess that's like their protection versus my protection, right? Interesting. All right, what was I doing? Oh, how do we want to do this? That's better. How do we want to do this? This is not this. This is not this. This is... We're talking this, right? So... I see what you're saying. I think I understand what you're saying, Future Highway, now. I think. Maybe not fully, but I think it's okay. I think. We'll see. Now, one of the things I didn't do here, let's actually check this out. I don't know if, let's see. Wait, just 1 second. Undo that. One thing I don't know if I did properly here is I'm actually passing references here, right? So do I want to just do, I'm not doing this from ref with a reference, right? Maybe I need to do this, right? I don't do from ref often, right? So give me a second. Oh wait, no, I want to do for weather client. I want to do a reference to a weather client, right? And then can I even do this? Is this legal? I don't know if this is legal. I can't do this, can I? Gebs, how are you doing? How are you all doing? Thanks for you all showing up. Oh, don't worry. I'm also not as good at toggle at understanding. Like I can't do this, right? Like this isn't valid. I'm doing pretty well. Do you know what? This last week was a fantastic week. And the reason this last week was a fantastic week, you guys in Europe probably won't understand, but it was less than 90 degrees Fahrenheit. And every week that it's less than 90 degrees Fahrenheit is an amazing week. And then I was just looking at the weather. It is supposed to be the majority of days we have no days in the 90s. 0 days in the 90s. Fantastic. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the next 7 days are below 80. Let me translate this. Let's see. Our coolest day is this. Oh, this is fantastic. 23 degrees. 23 degrees on one of these days, which is just, when you're talking about the high of 74, you're talking a lot of the day is going to be in the 60s, and the 60s is just beautiful. I do a lot of work outside, and when you're working outside, 60s is great. If you're just lounging outside, 70s and 80s are fine. Like low 80s is fine. Even like 85, if you're not doing much work outside, 85 is fine. But we had a whole month of extremely hot stuff. This was just brutal. Gosh. So it was good. It was a good week. The last week, it was all in the 80s. It was great. It was like 85 probably on average. Beautiful. This next week is going to be even more beautiful. Even more beautiful. So anyways, sorry. There's... You in Denmark? No, I'm not in Denmark. Why, does Denmark use Fahrenheit? That would be hilarious. Ooh, it's 40 plus. Look, I don't know Celsius well, but I know if somebody says 40, I know to start panicking for them. For them. 23 is perfect. 23, is that 75? Is that 75? Yeah. 75 is probably considered perfect temperature. You know, honestly, I'm okay with 50. Because to me, like, you can wear like a hoodie and sweatpants and be perfectly fine at 50. And so like, while yes, it's like on the colder end of perfect, it's not like you have to bundle up or anything like that. Like, you just have to make sure, like, you don't need gloves at 50. Like, is it chilly? Yes, but like, you're fine. You're fine. 115. Oh, that's 46. No place for humans. See, that's what Fahrenheit does. At 100, this is when it's not livable for humans. It's very easy. Below 0, not livable for humans. Above 100, not livable for humans. It's a beautiful scale in that. When you accept that as the scale, you're like, Fahrenheit makes sense. It's only for humans. It's not for water. It's not for rockets. It's not for anything like that. Neither is Celsius, to be honest. Celsius is for boiling water, which is, it's really good at boiling water. Yeah. BoyX, welcome to the team, and thank you for that. Did the alert go off? Was there an alert? Did we get your subscription? Because it was working yesterday. It should have worked. BoyX, did you get your alert for subscribing? Look, I'm telling you, the slow startups, oh, you can't see because my face is in the way, are killing me. I think from now on, I've got to, before I start streaming, I've got to navigate to my app to get Fly to start it. So see, it failed. And I think this is what happens with OBS. If I hit the slow cold start on Fly, if I hit the slow cold start, it doesn't retry. And now if I retry, it will have starting it. It can take a really long time. And then the problem is, because it failed, I don't actually have a connection. And so then it shuts it back down. See, now it's up and running. Oh my gosh. So future note to self, I have got to start the cold start. Maybe I just need to tell Fly to not shut it down. And maybe I just need to pay the $2.50 so I don't have to deal with cold starts. A parallel DAG-based distributed automation system. Well, I'm sorry, Boyax. I really am. Like, I got it working yesterday, and it's working. See, now it's working. Like, you guys can't see because it's a blank screen, but like it loaded. And that's because of the freaking awful Fly.io cold starts. I mean, on one hand, it's really, really great. Like, I only pay for it to run while the stream is running, but I basically have to kickstart it by going there in a browser. And the worst part is, it's not always this bad. It's just this bad sometimes. It's just this bad sometimes. Like, it's not always this bad. It's just sometimes this bad. I also don't know how to tell OBS to refresh the page. There's no refresh option. So like, if it's like this, I actually have to restart OBS, which I can't do. Let's see, I don't think any of these. There is a refresh cache of current page. I've clicked that, so I don't know if it will work now. Actually, can I follow myself? Am I allowed to do that? I can't follow myself. I was gonna say unfollow myself and follow myself just to test it, but Schrodinger's cold start. Okay, so it is working. Goober Von Duber, thank you so much for unfollowing and following just to test that it works. Boy X, I'm sorry that you missed your cold start. I need to, at least now I know how to get OBS restarted with it. So if it crashes out like that, thank you so much, bot. Wait. Botnex? Botonex? I don't know. You're probably trying to get me to say something I shouldn't. I'm not good with names. Not great with, especially Twitch names. Thanks for following. I do like Fly. I was actually thinking of the game backend being hosted in Fly. And like I said, if I'm not dealing with cold starts, it's been fantastic. And sometimes their cold starts work just fine, right? Sometimes they're working just fine. And then sometimes it is not to be, it is not to be, yeah. I don't think I can do this. Oh no, okay. Oh, you redeemed Vim macros. Okay, I gotta make a macro because I don't use Vim macros nearly often enough. Good one. You called me on it. Might need a queue. I might need a queue. I don't need a queue. Wait. No. Nobody else redeem anything. Nobody else is allowed to redeem anything because I gotta do Vim macros right now. No, I'm not gonna ignore it. I can make a macro. I can make a macro. It is, A, right? A starts a macro. No, no, of course A is not starting a macro. It's a shift Q. No, not shift Q. Shift Q? No. Invalid register name. Right. How do I freaking start a Vim macro? Don't tell me. I will remember it. I can just Google it if I really wanted to. Wait, did I miss another one? I didn't. That's just the macro. Okay. I can make a macro. Stop judging me. This is why I have this one on there. I want to make a Vim macro because I always forget to do it, and then I never remember how to do it. It's somewhere close to this. I just need to tell it that I want to record a macro in a register. It has something to do with A and Q. Is it control Q? No, it's not control Q. Maybe it's control Q. Control Q A. No, one of the, there is, I feel like I'm close. It's not control Q. Can somebody give me a hint? Give me a hint without giving it. I feel like it's going to be better if I actually dredge this up. I can't believe I forgot how to make a macro. Deep breath. Just Q? I tried just Q. QA. Okay. I am now recording on the A register. It was just Q. I thought I tried that. So we're going to go up one. We're going to delete the line. And then we're going to go up another one. This is the dumbest macro ever. We're going to insert a new line. We're going to make a curly brace. And then we're going to be done. And now we gotta stop recording. So is that just Q again? So now it's control A, right? No. Let's make a better macro. That one was super dumb. Let's make a better macro. Let's make a macro that we could do one like, I mean, this one's pretty easy, but like we could do one like this, right? And then type out app data. Yeah, let's do that one. So we're going to do Q, we're going to do A. We're going to do this, app, data. We're going to get out of edit mode. And then to stop recording. Is stop recording control A? I think it's just Q again, right? Just Q. So now if I do A, control A, it should. Okay, I gotta, 1 second. How to record a macro in Vim. I just need to look through a set of instructions. Give me your AI-powered assist. Okay, choose a register. You didn't tell me. Okay, that's fine. I did A. Press Q followed by the letter of the register you want to use. Okay, yep. Doing that. QA. Perform your commands. Press Q again to stop the record. This is what I was doing. To execute the command, oh, I need to type at A. At A. Oh my gosh. So if I do at A, done. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. That. I needed that. I needed that. I needed that. So at A, done. All right, got it. I'm undoing it. I obviously don't want that done. All right, let's make one more macro. For the fun of it, we're gonna make one right here. We're gonna override. So we'll do QA again. We'll do one up. We'll delete that one. We'll go into insert mode, put a new one. Done. Q. No, exit Q. And now if we go down here and we do, I mean, this should leave us in the same state, but let's just try it out. We'll do at A, done. Yeah, it leaves us in the same state. But if we do it down here and we do at A, we get one above R. Okay, cool. Macro practice done. Thank you. I need to just use them more. I need to do everything more. Like, I need to stream more so that I use macros more, so I use Rust more, so that I get more stuff done. I need more caffeine. I need something stronger than caffeine. I need to do more. That is for sure. I'm so dented with Linux, Vim, and Rust sometimes. I need just a few good 8-hour days where I don't come up for oxygen. Oh, thanks for that, though. I appreciate you pulling out the Vim macro. Somebody do that to me next week. I need to do it again. All right. Let's continue on with this. What I need to do is now actually... I made these from refs, but I almost feel like it would be easier to just do, like, I don't know, this, right? I don't know that, like, I don't know that the... I don't know that the from refs were really that useful. Somebody correct me if I'm just missing a really cool thing that, like, I probably should be doing here that I'm not. All right, ads going to start. Do you know what we're going to do? For those of you who have subscribed or live in a country that doesn't get ads, you guys are going to play. You guys are going to play a game. You guys are going to play a game. If I can get it started. If I can get it started. I have 3 seconds. I can't get it started. But you guys are going to play Wordle. You guys are going to play Wordle. And I'm going to go get something to drink while you guys play Wordle. Let's see. All right, so if we're in here, we gotta source something. Oh, future highway. I see what you're saying. That's not bad. I see what I need both, but I see what you're going with there. Is games not in the dictionary? We might need to add games. We might need to add games. All right. I'll see you guys. You know, I might take a little bit of time and make a cup of coffee. So, you know what? I'm going to take this to take a 15-minute break. Thanks everybody for joining. Super appreciate you guys being here. I have fun playing some Wordle. It only takes 10 minutes. I'm taking a 10-minute break to make some coffee. I will see you guys in a little bit. You've got this. You've got this. Wait is my guess. Fight. Do we have an F before? No. Fight is another good one. Ooh, it's up in the air whether it's fight or might. Can it be might? It might be might too. Ooh. It's poker. So this is actually the nice thing, is that it will pick the right person if it's a complete tie. Now it will. 6 rounds. Nice work, everyone. You know what we really need to do? We need to implement a scoreboard. That's for sure. That's 100% a thing that we need to do. I need to implement the scoreboard for sure. Us against the dictionary. Was the dictionary difficult this time? I thought I put work into making it not so difficult. I know that you're not all as educated as I am, especially in the English language. So I took out a lot of the stuff that's commonplace, like the Portuguese English slang, the Southern Venezuelan English slang. I took out all of those, commonplace English words that, most well-educated people know and use and love. It no longer accepts Plata. Should we add Plata back into the dictionary? Oh. If we're not learning about 14th century religions, what are we doing playing Wordle? I feel like maybe what I should do is add that dictionary back, but as like a hard mode, right? So I might do that because like right now we also have like the tech mode, so we could add it back as like a hard mode. What we really could do is like put, make this a different color. So like make the border red for hard mode, green for easy mode, and yellow for normal mode. And basically like if you win 2 of the yellow one, it's going to go to hard mode. And if you lose, you go back 1. Oh, have it as a points redeem. Oh, okay. Points redeem is a good one. I like the points redeem. We'll have to add like a game is starting. Like right now the game just kind of starts, which already has picked a word. Like there's a word picked, but what we could do is have like a game is starting. And during that, you could pick your level with a points redeem. That's good. That's actually fantastic. All right. Actually, cargo build? Yeah, cargo build. Yeah, I was really close to cargo. No app state in root, no to-do state in store. Okay, yeah. These are imports in routes. Okay. This changes to app data. But do we really want the state and not the app data? So then it goes app data, or app state is what we're really asking for here. But app state is actually in the storage SQLX, right? Yeah. So we actually just delete that, go to the end here, go to not to do state. Thank you very much, but app state. Did we get rid of the, why did we get rid of the curly brace? I don't understand. Okay, whatever. We already added app state. I don't understand. I don't understand many things. Okay, so this is to do state. We actually need app state. We'll just leave this as state, right? State dot state dot what was this? This was 2D. It's just it's just that, right? Yeah. And then this is app state. Or maybe you could change it if you get a Plania and can all agree. Yeah, there's a lot of features that we could make to make that game better. I mean, just like we kind of got rid of needing it's starting by making it not start until somebody guesses. Another thing is, like, I really think that there should be feedback if you make a 5-letter word that's not a valid guess, right? Either we need to send something back to chat. I think I can whisper to you in chat. So it's not like spamming chat. So like either that needs to happen or I need to like display it on screen. My only fear with displaying it on screen is that of the delay. You won't really know for a while. And it's not like a huge deal, but like 5 seconds when you have a total of 30 seconds is a big deal, right? Oh, I see what you're doing, Russell. I just went with it. I should have known that you wouldn't just use that word for the kicks and giggles. Like, nobody just busts out Plania for... Although, I did mean to use it at work. I didn't use it at work, but I 100% meant to talk about reaching Plania. Like just in a technical conversation, throwing it out there, like people should know what it is, and watching them scurry around to try to figure out what was just said. I'm cool like that. Plania. Every Scrum Master's dream. You all have to guess the exact same number. Or else you gotta sit here and talk about it until you all guess the same number. Like, Okay, can Jim just tell me what number he's gonna say so I can say the same number? No, that's illegal. That's illegal. What are you yellow lining this about? Type app data is more private than. Okay. Wait. Type app data. I'm not using type app data anymore, am I? We'll see. Type app data. Yeah, I'm not using it, am I? I might be returning it somewhere. I don't think I am, though. I mean, I guess app data is in the app state, right? Okay. I see where it's getting it from. This. I wasn't thinking about that correctly. So let's actually make this. This isn't actually true, but we'll go ahead and make it a pub struct. That will fix that. It's fine. It's shared across the app. It might as well be public. How's everybody's weekend going so far? Hopefully you're all doing well. How was your guys' week? Do you have anything you're looking forward to this coming week? I am looking forward to the cool weather. I have a lot of stuff I want to do outside. I have a lot of steps to building a chicken coop the hardest way. So I'm kind of looking forward to building a chicken coop the hardest way. I know that sounds kind of stupid and silly, but I am kind of... Why did I have this as mutable? You have a bank holiday Monday? Oh, sweet. That's awesome. I'm assuming you get bank holidays off. See, our banks take all sorts of holidays off that I don't get off. So, does everybody... I feel like when a British person says a bank holiday, they mean like a national holiday, and they mean like a holiday that people get off. Okay. I just wanted to be clear because, like, that's not true here. Like, we don't have bank holidays. We do have national holidays. National holidays are not required. National holidays only affect federal employees. So, they're kind of optional for the rest of us. I have a great company. I get plenty of holidays. But that's not true of everybody. Okay. Cool. We actually have Labor Day, Memorial Day. Labor Day? Shoot, one's in the spring, one's in the fall. I think it's Memorial Day. Labor Day's in the spring. So we have Memorial Day, not this Monday, but the next Monday, right? It's September 1st. So I get a 3-day weekend, not this weekend, but the next one. If the weather holds out, it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful. Did we fix this? I think we did fix this. Oh, sweet goodness. All right. I'm glad, Future Highway, that I'm not the only person that's like, ooh, which one's which? Labor Day is in the spring, and the only reason I remember this at all, the only way that I remember this, oh no, Memorial Day is in the spring. Labor Day is in the, never mind. I was thinking of Labor Day as... I'm so confused. I think it has to do with... So why I was saying that it was in the spring was because it's for farming, right? Labor Day is a federal holiday for the, like, when the harvest... I guess when the harvest is done, maybe. I don't remember it. Anyways, it's Labor Day, not Memorial Day. Excuse me. I don't know our holidays. I just knew September 1st I have off. That's all I needed to know. You get 40 days? Wait, Russell. You get 40 days? Are you guys hiring? Are you guys hiring? Like 40 vacation days? Because, like, that's like 2 months. That's like 2 months. That's pretty fantastic. That's pretty fantastic. 2 months is if people are confused, I consider it 2 months because you take 5 days for a week, right? You don't take the weekends, at least not here. So that means 2 weeks is 10 days. 20 days is a month. But I have to use Celsius as your temperature scale. I think I can make concessions. I think I can learn. There's a possibility I learn, okay? I'll put a lot of work into, I know that 45, I'm dead. 0, I'm mildly chilled. I've got that, all right? So... like, there's a bunch of numbers in between, and I don't fully understand them. I'm pretty sure 27 I would feel great in. 27 is great. 27.7, I'm pretty sure. All right. Real question here. Do I call this good? I obviously need to, like... Okay, I'm actually going to delete these. I obviously need to clean this up a bit. There's obviously cleanup work and stuff. Are we talking about IQ numbers? Oh no, Scott B. You guys don't want to compare your IQ to me. I solidly reached double digits. I am, like, way up there in the IQ. You don't want to have this battle with me. Whether my age or my IQ is higher is hard to tell. It's that advanced. How are you doing today? We were talking about Q in the Vim editor. I made a fool of myself. Again. Okay, so real question. Do I put a UI on this? I feel like it needs a UI. I tried to make a macro without looking up how to make a macro in Vim, which I should know. Let's do another one. QA Merrick was here. Escape. Go above it. Boom. Q. And then we can delete this. we can make a new place here, and then I can do at A. Boom. Merrick was here. Fantastic. I remembered. Okay. Yeah. You know, I'm a professional. I just don't use it enough. And that's been my problem. Okay, so I feel like I have to put a UI on this. I feel like that can actually be a second little like section class, because like we could just do postman and whatnot, but part of me wants to do HTMX because it would just stay all in the back end here, all in Rust. But I don't feel like that's useful to people. Like I don't like, this was meant to be a practical thing, so like that's not really practical. Maybe we do it just as a TUI. Should we just do it as a TUI? I want to do something that's practical, and then I thought, well, we'll do you. But like, I'm not also sure, like if people were going to do a project, they probably won't make the front end in Rust unless if they're like a hardcore Rust fan. And then like, that's fine. I meant this as like an intro for people, and I think it's a TUI. I think a TUI is the way that we interact with the to-do app. Yeah? Does that make sense to people? What's an IMUI? What is IMUI? Do you mean IMGUI? Oh, I think you did mean IMGUI. Or wait, did I misread you? No, you said IMUI. Oh, okay. I've never used this, but this looks... I don't want to touch this. So we'll just use IMGUI. Okay. Let's check it out. I was going to say, using something like Anathema seemed like a little bit of overkill. I just wanted it to be simple. I just wanted a simple way for them to interact with it. Like, there was no needing to be like super... It just should be simple. Let's go let's actually commit this. What was it that... Oh, we added weather at completion. And really, we should do another day to do... We should do one more day for the TUI. Or IMGUI. What's Raylib? We don't need this right now. But maybe when we're working on this, I don't know what we'll use for the front end. I was thinking we would use some sort of TUI. Possibly Ratatouille, possibly Anathema. So I feel like Ratatouille is like a better game engine because like it's allowing you to like manipulate the different things. I don't know. Although how I was thinking of laying everything out, I think it would work really well with just Anathema's default TUI. But we'll play around with that, and it will probably change. I'll probably start with Anathema, and then if we hit places where that doesn't work well for it, we'll move on. I don't need that for this. I wanted to keep this as simple as possible because this is just for people that don't know Rust. Yeah. Now the last thing that I was thinking here, and I'm not sure that I did properly. One sec. What was it that I was thinking of? Oh no, I thought of something. I was like, oh, I should have done that in day 11. What was it? I was thinking I missed something. Well, I'll think of it later. And we can always come back and do it. What is Raylib? I didn't look. Is a safe binding to Raylib, a C library for enduring games programming. That's right. We don't need to go this complicated. We're gonna look at the examples of this next. Wait, what did I do? Oh, oops. All right, let's see. We have some examples here. Color button, collapsing header, create a window, custom texture, disablement, draw list, empty, hello world, long list. Let's do long list. How do they say to run the, run example long list? Okay. Cargo run exam long list. There's a Ray GUI. Oh, what is, oh. That actually made a GUI. I realized what I had done. Okay, yeah. Cool. See what they did. What's the Ray GUI? What are we talking about? Which one of these? RTGE. What are you guys? Rust RTGE. Limited aim to act as a game engine within terminals. Oh. I might be able to look at some of the stuff they've done here. Yeah. Oh, like actually loading sprites? What? What? Oh, wild. Wild. That does look interesting. We'll have to check it out. That's wild. Okay. But let's do text input. Yeah, we'll do text input, test window. Text input and test window seem interesting. So we could just do something like this, right? That would list your to-dos and allow you to create a new to-do. Space Invaders? We could. Is that another Twitch plays? Does Twitch want to play Space Invaders? Yes, Twitch wants to play Space Invaders. Oh no. Oh no. All right. Twitch plays Space Invaders. We've got to think about how that would work though, right? We've got to think about how that would work. Right? How do you guys control the Space Invaders, and how slow does the game have to move for you guys to actually, like, my thought here is the game is going to suck, right? Because, like, it's gonna be so far behind for you all. Like, we've got to make a game that's fun with lag, right? Like, you guys have extreme input lag. Oh, invert it. You're the invaders and I am the ship. I've actually thought that this... Have you guys ever played Tab or There Are Billions? Have you guys ever played that? I always thought that making a game like There Are Billions, but making it chat versus the streamer. I always thought that was a cool concept, was like chat versus the streamer. So if you don't know what There Are Billions, basically it's kind of like a tower defense light. You kind of build this is the map. Let's say this is the map. And you start here. And you get resources and you kind of clear the map from zombies, and you can kind of expand out. And as you expand out, you build more housing for more people. And as you get more people, you can train more military. You can build different military buildings to make more better military. Anyways, and then there are waves of zombies that come every 20 days, let's say, that try to attack you and take over your base. So what I thought would be cool is that you play There Are Billions, but chat gets tokens for every day. So every user, let's say that there's 100 users, you would divide 1,000 tokens or 1,000,000 tokens into the 100 users. So there's always going to be the same number of tokens per day so that the difficulty doesn't like drastically change. And the difficulty would be based off of how many tokens chat got. And then, so what happens is that you can spend your tokens to send waves of zombies. And the whole idea is you'd have to coordinate with your fellow Twitchers to like coordinate who's going to spend what, when, how, whatnot. You know, if you wait, I'm going to get more time to expand, to build, to work on my economy. So you got to do some, how much you do. Anyways, it was kind of Twitch versus the streamer. I thought it was a cool idea. Okay, so if you guys are the invaders, what actions do you guys get? Right? So they come down in waves like this, right? Now, usually these waves move together, but they don't have to. Usually they all move over this way, then this way, then this way. And then what they can do is sometimes you'll get like 2 that detach and fly down like this and then swing back. So we could basically do it where you guys get credits to like, we could make it where the AI or I play Space Invaders. Like that's the base game. And then you guys get to influence it. You get to spend credits or spend stream rewards to like superpower this one, where it gets to start shooting. You know, it gets to start shooting because you supercharged it for a minute or whatnot. Or you put a little shield on this one so it takes 2 hits. Or oh, true, you could spend bits. Thank you, Russell, for giving me that idea. You guys could spend bits to supercharge these. What I'm also going to do is make sure that this can only run on my computer so that the game is dead if I don't play it. Yeah. I'm also going to make it so that you guys can spend bits to reskin them. It has no effect on the gameplay. And yeah, you just get to change what they look like. It'll be great. And then you guys should be able to like upgrade them. Okay, but I'm joking about the bits, by the way. What I was thinking is like you'd get tokens as the game goes on. Like each player, each Twitch viewer will get, again, probably like each round there'll be 20 tokens or 100 tokens, and it gets divvied up between the people that are on. Spend bits to put your Twitch avatar on the invader. That's fantastic. Okay, that's fantastic. But this means that it's probably not terminal based. This is probably more like, I know I said I wanted to try to do something in Godot. Do we try to do this in Godot? Would this be a fun Godot project? No, Haskell? Well, I mean, like, it would be too easy if we did it in a Haskell. I didn't want to make it too easy. I wanted to give you guys something to do. Thank you, Russell. He did not put... Make it in Roblox. We'll probably try to make this in Godot. I know that Godot supports Rust through a plugin, so we'll probably do this one in Godot. We could do it in Mojo. We absolutely could. We absolutely could, but we're not going to. Is there a game engine? I'm looking on Discord. What do I look at on? Oh no, Boy X. What a burn. What a burn. Okay, this is good. I gotta show it. I accept the burns. Keep calm and borrow on. Keep calm and borrow on. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. Cold start. Well played. I do like the keep calm and borrow. It should be borrow on. Like keep calm and borrow on. Cold brain, hot rust. Thank you. Oh. Could Mojo become the de facto programming language of game development? Made by people who made Swift, and it looks mind-blowing. A simple Python syntax. This is the lie. This is the lie. People say simple Python syntax. And I kind of tried to explain this the other day. When you simplify stuff, there's two ways to do it. Either it's by hiding all the complexity and removing choice. So like you have fewer options, or it or if you do it the other way, you add like a bunch of escape hatches, which gives the choice back. But then if you're actually choosing to use the choice, a lot of the times it becomes more complicated than the original, right? So that's my feeling on Python syntax, is that it feels simple. This is like the same thing with Go. Go and Python fall under the same thing. Go has super simple Python or syntax, but because of that, it's also super limited. You don't have real threads. You can't do real threading on it. It's not an option. The language syntax doesn't exist. You don't have any error handling because there's no language syntax to actually deal with like error handling. So you just have returning of tuples. You don't have enums. It's super simple, but because of that, when you then need to deal, it didn't used to have generics. And so when you tried to do something generic, it got really complicated really quickly. And as long as you don't need those things, it doesn't matter. It's super simple, it's easy, and you just move on. That should be your Christmas card. I'm good at the Italian gestures. I'm fairly decent at them. I'm one part American mutt and one part Italian. Surprisingly sounds like an ad. Mojo is designed. I love reading Reddit. I love Reddit arguments. Terrible comparison. Mojo is designed to be even faster than C++. Even in its beta state, implementations made in Mojo are beating implementations that have existed on CPP for over a decade. Furthermore, it's designed to share dynamic capabilities of Python. Mojo has incredible, like, the thing is, any language sufficiently low, whether it's C, C++, Rust, the only thing that would slow them from another implementation is just the implementation of the algorithm that you're running, right? So like, whether your algorithm is designed for the CPU architecture that you're running. So like in C++, you have the algorithms and you can use, I'm going to say the crate algorithms. You can use that and you can leverage the algorithms in that. Now, if those algorithms are slow, like fine, that's fair, and they need to be updated. But nothing about the language is really going to, because it all compiles down to the computer, right? So there is like, in compiled languages, you could say that the C++ compiler is bad at optimizing and that Mojo does a better time of compiling to an optimization. But like, I don't know that you can really compare compiled languages like that. Obviously, there are non-compiled languages. Easy. That's a little bit of a different. And like, I get it that Mojo. This does not do well with Dark Reader. I get it that Mojo does stuff on the GPU, but you can do that with C++ too if you wanted to, just not natively. So like, I get that this probably runs faster because you're running on a bunch of cores in parallel on the GPU. Like, fine, you can do that in C. I did that in C++. One things that I did is I did a, you know what, this is one of my only Windows experience, but I did a Windows shader in C++ that ran on the GPU. But I mean, you have to, like, the language doesn't compile for GPU natively. So yeah, I guess it's fine. You could say that. I didn't realize that it goes to, like, it's GPU based. I guess they're really laying hard into using, we could try Mojo for the next Python thing that we do. I know that we play around with Python every once in a while. We could give it a try. I wouldn't mind giving it a try. Mojo sidesteps LLVM. It would have to, right? I think. I'm wrong. I probably am wrong on a lot of stuff. That's the great part about being me, is I have accepted my wrongness. So I realized that probably a lot of the really big streamers, or the people that really want to be a streamer, are probably a bit arrogant, probably by design. Like, you've got to think that you're something special if you're really going to think that you're going to be a big streamer, right? That's kind of like a, and I am classifying a whole group, a very large group, and that's not true of all of them. I get it. But if you think that, if you are coming to it with the audacity that you have something special that nobody else does, that's a little bit arrogant, right? And that's fine. And maybe you do have something. I get to have the unique take. I'm not special in any way. It's maybe not unique. There's probably more. but it's great. It's great. Because then I also don't have the pressure of trying to be right. I can be wrong. I don't know what a mural language is. I don't know this terminology. MLIR language. Multi-level IR is a compiler intermediate representation with similarities to traditional 3-address as okay. I'm starting to understand. You know what I've never done is a compiler? I didn't go to school for software, and I've never done a compiler before. I actually think that this is a huge gaping hole in my understanding. I don't think. I know this is a huge gaping hole in my understanding. I should build a like a simple stupid compiler. I should do that. Just to understand it better. Aha, but which introduces notions from polyhedral loop optimization as first-class concepts. The fact that it took us so long to get polyhedral loop optimizations as first-class concepts is just ridiculous. Like, this is child's play. Absolute child's play. I have no idea what they're talking about. Let's move on. Let's move on. Ray March, okay, but I think that would still go to... I think that would still go to my statement of it's not the language spec, but the compiler that you're talking about, yeah? Like, it's not about the language at that point, yeah? Okay, do we need to stop, let me stop Nightbot. Nightbot. Your days are numbered. Your days are numbered. Does it restrict the language design? How does it restrict? I really don't know. I'm asking on a I've never created my own compiler. Let's see. Chat moderation. Excessive caps. I'm disabling this one. Nobody's abusing this. I have not found one person to abuse this. They do that to get the benefits of the underlying machine. Does lifetimes actually restrict how the compiler optimizes? I don't know that it does. And again, sitting here as a complete idiot on this topic. In my thinking right now, and the reason I'm saying that, because obviously I don't know enough. It just seems like lifetimes, for example, have huge restrictions on what you do to ensure that things get cleaned up, right? But that doesn't mean that the compiler can't optimize those things away. Like, if you look at the things that C++ Optimizer does, it has nothing to do with your code. Like, huge swaths of your code won't even exist because they get optimized away, right? So, like, or like things will get optimized into for loops from other things. Like, I don't know. Like, it seems like to me, the language spec has nothing on how it's optimized. Again, I could be very, very wrong. Lifetimes enable a property that is ultra valuable to enable compiler quickness. Is it quickness or safety? I feel like it's safety. It enables compiler safety, right? It can, does it? I don't know. I don't know. I just don't think that it would disable you from doing something. Filtering of messages sent from other channels shared to your chat. I don't know what. That doesn't seem useful. I've never had somebody share. So allow you to timeout users spanning excessive symbols. I've never really had problems with any of these. So like I'm gonna disable. I don't have any in the entry. So like, woohoo, I'm. There we go. There we go. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. But it was a thought. It was a thought. I just didn't do it. I had Lua there too. Ray March, you know what? Like I said, this is the unique thing about being me. I'm happy to be wrong. I like having these conversations. I'd love for somebody to explain to me and the rest of us why, because I don't know. I am just explaining it to you from like my perspective. I see compilers compile away stuff that means your code isn't even there. Like if you don't tell the compiler not to optimize when you're debugging, like your code literally doesn't exist anymore. And it doesn't run because it just is optimized away. And so I see that, and then you're telling me that like the language spec holds sway over what the compiler can do. It is probably true. You're probably true. I just don't understand. Yeah, I just don't understand. Okay, you guys should be able to spam those caps now. You should be able to spam those caps. Don't get carried away or I'll enable Nightbot again. All right? By the way, you should be able to chain the get post delete in the Rust code. Is this not chained? Or is this... Am I missing what you're saying here? Oh boy. Oh boy, I immediately regret this decision. Oh, you mean like in here? Like this should be like this? Are you for real? I can do this? I can do this? I was gonna say, Russell, you disappoint me with your cheap viewers. I want those expensive viewers. I want to pay top dollar for my viewers. I'll try Mojo. I'm open to trying Mojo. I like trying new things. I like learning. Ray March, I agree with that. I think that language spec can enable more optimization easier. I guess I don't know what Python syntax would enable more optimization over Rust syntax. I guess maybe that's a good qualifier. I think I need to read on it. If you have some links for me to read, drop them in Discord. I would love to read on it. I guess like if you're talking about a Python syntax, I find it more loosey. I actually think that optimization is more easier when you have a more tighter syntax, right? So it would be interesting in what they do more tightly that allows them to optimize more. That would be, again, very interesting. That's what I've been saying. Oh my. Maybe I didn't say it right. Maybe I didn't say it right. That's what I was thinking here. Maybe I'm misunderstanding. Maybe I misrepresented my thing. Maybe I said a word and it wasn't quite the right word. You know, because like there are words with meaning and context behind them. And I know that we talked about lifetimes, and lifetimes are a syntax, but they're more than that as well. So like that could give off a different feeling. So I get that. But I was mostly talking about the language syntax, and I said that that's what I was mostly referring to. Like I said, we talked about lifetimes, which to me is mostly a syntax for the compiler, right? I said mostly. Don't judge. I'm an idiot. I guess you can judge for that, if you like. That's your jam. Thankfully, I don't have to listen to you. Mojo has ownership. Okay. I don't know. I don't know much about Mojo. We'll do something in Mojo. Absolutely. I just don't know what. Okay, this is cool. I like this. Thank you so much, Future Highway. Dane, I haven't seen you around for a little bit. It's so good to see you, Dane. It's so good to see you. Also, thank you so much for 18 months, Dane. 18 months. Well, Ray, I agree with you. I was using it a little loosely because I was admitting to that. I was using it a bit loosely. And I also admit that I have never designed a language. I need to do this now. I need to go through like a language. What's a good book on writing your own language? Because I never had the college education on this. So I'm probably fairly dented on this, which is what I started the conversation out with. Good book. You know what? Can I learn this with ChatGPT? What is a good book for learning to make my own language? You don't need my persistent storage. Written by fantasy authors. Fantastic. I meant computer language. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. No, but thank you. What is a good way to learn about writing computer languages? Hey puppy, come here. Come here. Come on. Oh, you coming on? Say hi. Oh, good boy. Good boy. You coming to say hi? You coming to say hi? Yeah. Yeah. You're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. Yeah, we are. Yeah, good boy. Good boy. Yeah, you good boy. Yeah. Was that good? Was that good? Looking at me like, don't stop. Don't stop. Oh. Was that good? Okay, good boy. Good boy. Sorry. Little puppy break. Null lane goes hard. Crafting interpreters. Okay, crafting interpreters. Oh, is this just an online book? Can I download it in ebook? Oh, I can buy it. Okay, I'll buy it. Tell me there's a Kindle one. Oh, okay, good. It's got 4.8. Is not heavy on theory and is an excellent choice for someone who knows nothing about interpreters and wants to start to learn by doing. Okay, cool. What's this picture? Oh no, we're not transpiling anything. Are we going to build a transpiler? Is that what it's going to be? All right, my language is actually going to transpile. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make two languages. The first language is only designed to transpile into the other language. And then that language is going to go through the IR into the machine code. Yeah. Because I do everything the same way. That's how I do things. All right, I'll do a little research. I'll read one of these books and we'll make a language. It'll be the best language you've ever done. Darth Toaster, you would recommend the book? Okay, cool. Cool. I'll get it. I'll read it. Now, I warn you, I'm a slow reader, so don't expect me to be making the language this year. It'll probably be a next year thing. Be a little bit more educated. What is this? What is this? Fun and easy. Fun and easy, they say. So this basically takes you to the LLVM, right? So, you know, I mean, I guess if we're talking about like this, we could go to LLVM. from the AST, right? Or we could, which is what I'm guessing is Mojo is doing, is it has its own IR, right? Would be my guess, but you know, I'm an idiot, as we've delved deep into the understandings of. When CPP people say fun. Wait till you get into making templates in C++. That's when C++ really becomes fun, is when you're like, hey, I want to do generics. And then they're like, well, we don't really have generics, but we have this thing called templates, and you can do everything that you can with generics with templates plus more, because you could make your entire application out of these templates and never leave templates. It's pretty much fun. It's fun. That's what you have to tell yourself. If you don't tell yourself it's fun. They say Rust is the thing keeping people from like the LLMs taking their jobs. CPP templates. That's the real one. I actually want to come up with a challenge for chat. I want to do a 26-hour C++ 26 stream where we just do something in C++ 26. It would be 2 13-hour streams, by the way, because I'm old. I'm not doing 26 hours straight. I'm doing 2 days of 13 hours. There you go. I need to come up with a good challenge for you guys to reach, because I think that would be fun. It gives you guys a goal, and I'm going to put a lot of work into doing that. So... Okay, we got really sidetracked. Is this what we want to do? Is this what we want to do? So the whole thing here is to help people learn Rust practically, right? Is this going to help them learn anything, this right here? This is not a great, that's not a great example, is it? Let's do the... Okay. I'm gonna think about this. Part of me says we just do a TUI for the client instead of something like this, although this might be easy enough. I honestly don't know what they're going to learn from this. That's the other thing that, like, I feel like, what is the point? I feel like the project is incomplete without, you know, yes, we can use curl and we can hit with curl, but it feels incomplete without some sort of UI. But I didn't have like an objective with the UI, right? And I'd like to have an objective. I don't know. I don't know. So this is the, Maybe we just do this. Maybe we just do this. maybe we just do this and we do the bare needed to do like a UI. The weird thing is this, as this sits, this will become a UI with an HTTP request, like, because the backend is a server, right? And it takes HTTP requests. Which it really didn't need to do. We could have, like, we could have made this, instead of HTTP server, we could just make it an app with these things, right? But the whole thing was to make this applicable, and a lot of people use these for like microservices or HTTP servers. So I thought that this was good. It just means the front end is now a little weird because it's really just an app that hits an HTTP server. So you actually have to run the server and then use the app. I have to think about this. My original was like to do something with U or HTMX. Or a TUI. I'll think about it. I didn't think about this well, did I? This was a lack of foresight. I should have done sprint planning a little bit more. Maybe we would have caught this in a good backlog. Okay. Well, I think that means then I'm done for today. It's kind of a short stream. We could do something else. I'm not exhausted. I don't have more to do on this because I gotta think about it. I don't want to sit here and think about it with you guys. We could see if I have... Do I have Godot installed? Do I have Godot installed? What version do I have? What version do I get to see? 4.4. Isn't 4.5 coming out? Isn't Godot 4.5 coming out? The kids are always at home. That's the thing. So I mean, yes, it is. Oh, beta 6 is in. So 4.5 is coming out. Is 4.5 worth waiting on? Like, how long do we think it will be before 4.5? We're on the tail end of 4.5's beta cycle. Maybe I wait for 4.5, right? I think I'm going to wait for 4.5. Now, the thing is, I could download 4.5 beta 6. 4.5.6. I could download 4.5.6. I'm gonna think about this too. I don't know how long. Wait, this was in the 21st of August. I wouldn't expect it for another month, right? How often? Before 4, 5, 6. Oh gosh. Before 5, before 4, 5, before 4, 5, 6. Yeah. How long? Let's see. Where was this posted? Can I see latest news? 4, 5, 6. Where was 5? Yeah, it's about a month between 5. Not quite a month. I think I should probably just wait. So betas were about a month. Beta 5 was August 6th. Was July 29th. Oh, that's only like 2 weeks. July 8th to 29th. So it seems like 2-ish weeks is so maybe let's see. It's been a very long year, but at the tail end of 45. Thank you to everyone who's contributed to this. As such, you can expect this to be our final beta release, with release candidates just around the corner. So we're gonna wait for release candidates. See you, Ray March. Thank you so much for the conversations. I enjoyed it. I wonder if this is actually an Arch Godot, because that's what I'm just installing from. I'm probably actually going to go hang out with the kids here. We'll probably do some stuff outside. I'm just gonna finish looking for Godot. This is probably what I have installed. I really do want to use the latest though. Yeah. How do they download? What do they? Oh, supported platforms. Android. Really? What is the download for this? It's a zip file. Do you like build it? Interesting. What is this? Is it an app image? No. Is it just a binary executable? Is that all this is? Huh. Okay. Well, I'm gonna look at it. We'll see. I'll figure out something. All right. Let's find somebody to raid. I'm probably gonna go hang out with the kids a little bit. Probably get some stuff done. By go hang out with kids, we got to build that chicken coop the hardest way. I need to stop doing everything the hardest way. Yeah, it would help. All right, do we have a good person to raid? Let's look at this. We got some security stuff with B7H30. If you guys are interested in security stuff, I believe he's probably not using Rust. Who else could we raid? Who else? Let's raid B7H30. Let's raid. Let's see. B7H30. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. Sorry, it's a bit shorter. Just that's the content we had to do today. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the content we had to do today. Hopefully you enjoy the content, whatever you're doing for the rest of your weekend. And yeah, I will have chicken mansion. It's not a mansion. It's not a mansion. I might share some pictures. But right now we have to go mill the boards. So like we're working on getting the mill set up so that we can mill the lumber. And by the lumber, I mean like we had some fallen trees, and we decided that we would like to mill those trees into the boards for our chicken coop. When I said the hardest way, you have no idea. We don't have a forge yet to make the nails. That has crossed my mind, and it's stupid. And I'm so glad I'm buying nails, but it crossed my mind. Okay. So anyways, we got to go mill boards to build the chicken coop with. Yeah, they're getting real wood floorboards because I don't know how to make plastic the hardest way. I don't have a petroleum refinery around here to make the plastic floorboards. Like, I got to do real wood. That's all. That's all I got. So, anyways, thank you, everybody. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. And I hope to see you more. I am going to try to be streaming more. We'll see. Anyways. Wait. Did my raid expire? No. You guys raided. Cool. Awesome.